from the News Channel 5 network. This is Urban Outlook.
Hello and welcome to Urban Outlook. I'm April Eaton. Thank you so much for being with us today. For 160 years, Fisk University has been more than a school. It has been a sanctuary of Black excellence, a cultivator of leaders, and a cornerstone of North Nashville's identity. Now Fisk is making what some might say is its boldest move yet. The university has unveiled a transformative growth plan called Quantum Leap, a campus master plan that calls for an estimated $1 billion investment for housing upgrades, an enhanced student experience, a stronger talent pipeline, and a data center. It's that $400 million innovation and data center that has some questions going on. People want to know how it will impact the surrounding neighborhood. Others want to know how the entire billion-dollar bill will be funded. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell will take us through the plan, and then we'll come back and talk about it from Fisk leaders, University President Eugenia Walker-Clark and Alumni Association Chair Gregory Johnson. But first, here's Aaron Cantrell with the story.
Where the students can access the library.
When Dr. Eugenia Walker-Clark became president of Fisk University, her goal wasn't just maintaining it. She wanted to set it up for success. Clark believes the project known as Quantum Leap does that.
What we do here at Fisk is academics. And if the academic leadership was not engaged and on board and willing to be a voice to this, then this project would not have been announced yesterday.
The project features a $400 million innovation and data center, and the search for a partner is ongoing.
Whoever the partner is that is going to co-locate with us, they're not doing it just because of that space and power and wanting to do a data center. They're also doing it because they're part of something totally different.
She acknowledges concerns about data centers. She says this data center in North Nashville would be much smaller than proposals making headlines in rural communities with less impact here.
We have no intentions of doing any environmental harm. We have no intentions of doing any harm to our neighbors who have been really good to us over the years. And we certainly don't want to do any harm to our students.
The goal is investing in not only students, but surrounding neighborhoods in the community.
We're going to immediately begin in our community conversations, determining also how in advance of the center going online, what are the skills needed to be a part of this so that we here at Fisk can be hosting training and developmental sessions.
The project will also revitalize historic infrastructure, expand academic resources, and enhance student housing.
So if we're going to grow to 1,500 students, how many beds do we need in our residence halls? Well, about 80% of our students live here on campus. So that gave us that number to back into.
Clark says changes will start in the next 9 months. She's excited about the HBCU's next chapter.
Because we do plan on being here another 160 years.
I'm your North Nashville reporter, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
And now I want to welcome to the show Dr. Eugenia Walker-Clark. She is president of Fisk University, and Gregory Johnson. He is chair of the General Alumni Association and trustee board member. Thank you both for being here on Urban Outlook.
Absolutely, absolutely.
As we saw in that story, and as we said at the beginning, this is an ambitious move, this Quantum Leap plan. Can you talk us through the vision and what it means from your perspective?
Absolutely. First of all, April, thank you so much for having us here and to tell the story of what we have been going through at Fisk for the past 2.5 years. Immediately after onboarding as the university's 18th president, I started having a series of conversations across the campus and around the campus about if you had to tell me how to focus my time and energy, what would be the top priorities on your list? And needless to say, the campus infrastructure kept coming up over and over and over again. And then specifically, what about the campus infrastructure is most important to you? So as you can imagine, when you talk to students, you heard one thing. When you talk to the faculty, you heard another. When you talk to alumni, you heard something else. And when you just talk to constituents that we're surrounded by, you heard yet and still something else. This is the end result of all of those conversations. Fisk University's goal is to maximize and optimize its existing footprint, because there's a lot of opportunity within that space. We need to make improvements to existing structures, and we need to add some new structures. All of those came together under what we call our university's campus master plan. Along the way, when we looked at the southernmost region of our footprint, there are 5 acres of land down there, very close to railroad tracks. That was a space that we saw an opportunity for yet and still another project. And that project, after 2 years of research and evaluating, became known, and we call it our Quantum Leap Innovation Center. This is a center that will co-locate an academic center, because that is what we do very well at Fisk University, as well as a small footprint that could house a data center. But not just any data center, but a center that is meeting the standards that have been demonstrated over and over and over again, standards that exist within communities around this country, that will do no harm to the individuals that live within these communities, and especially in an urban setting. So what we did was announce the entirety of our vision for Fisk University to move forward for the next 160 years. Because our objective is, we were the first institution of higher education in the Metro Nashville, in this area. And we want to stay, and we want to continue to do the good work that we've been doing for 160 years. This is a vision for how we can enrich the academic experience, enrich the experience of the students that live and get educated on our campus every day, enrich the experiences for the leadership in the academic side of the house, enrich the experience for the faculty and the staff that work there every day, so that this product can continue to thrive in our community.
I like the fact that you said you started with the conversations, though. Coming in as the 18th president, the only the third woman in the history of the university, right? And you wanted to kind of talk to people first before you got started, having those conversations with students, the alumni, like you talked about, making sure that folks around the area in the community. Why is it important, or why was it important for you to talk it out first before you started to build the plan?
It was an imperative, because of course I can walk into, as a leader, to any organization and say, oh, I have this idea, I have this idea. But your ideas don't matter if they're not the priority to the individuals that you serve and work with every day. And so my leadership style has always been one of ask and learn, ask and learn, ask and learn. And from asking a lot, I was able to learn a lot, but I also had to accept the fact that what we do at Fisk is not going to change. Fisk University was the very first HBCU to be accredited. In December of 2025, Fisk University was informed by SACS COC, the accrediting body, that we are once again fully accredited. This is the legacy of our school, to meet very high standards when it comes to the academic experience that's happening in the classroom. So by talking, listening, and listening, I realized that the one thing we're not willing to give up are standards, and the highest of standards. And that came into play in this campus master plan.
Trustee Johnson, besides your role on the board, you're also, of course, responsible for sort of leading the charge from an alumni perspective. A Fiskite yourself. I want to know, what you thought about and what you kind of heard as you sort of found the scope of the plan and heard sort of the pieces of the plan. What went through your mind? What feedback did you have?
Well, first thing was to understand exactly when the data centers, what that was all about. I'm an attorney, but technology is not my area. So, but I also have a degree in library science, so it's all about research. And that's the process that I began. When she talked about listening and getting information, I sought to get information, things that I read, researched, talking to different alumni to understand the scope of what we're doing. Yeah. And part of that made me become aware that when we say data center, it's not just this one thing. That is simply a building that houses computers, that processes information. That's what it does. But different sizes create different kinds of challenges. So then it was, let me find out what are we doing and how does this compare with some of the, and I'll say negative articles that are out there. I mean, that's, and the concerns that a lot of people have expressed, these are very, very real concerns.
Yes.
So then the question was, to what extent are we doing something that will come underneath that umbrella that's something that we should be aware of? And I'll just say sort of as a closing, when the legislation was proposed, I believe that's one of the best things that could have ever happened, because it is creating definition around different types of data centers. It's getting guardrails, protection, so that if you are a data center of this side, you need to do these things, and if you're in this side, so that when we talk about what we're doing, now we can align it with something that the city council, which is elected officials to protect the community, that's their role, and we can say we are aligned with them in terms of those protections.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about $1 billion, one historically black university, and a North Nashville community with questions. We'll come back and we'll continue to find those answers and bring some clarity to Fisk's next big project. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. We're discussing Fisk University's transformative growth plan, $1 billion project focusing on Fisk's future. Dr. Clark is here, the president of Fisk University, also Gregory Johnson, who is the board trustee and the chair of the General Alumni Association. When you talk about $1 billion coming into Fisk University, for you, it's not just about the university, but about the community as a whole. Talk a little bit about the impact that a project like this can have on the entire North Nashville community.
So while we talk about this work taking place on the campus of Fisk University, each project, first of all, will be funded differently depending on what it is. But we're also talking about new construction. Buildings that get built need a workforce to build them. So that will be one opportunity. When we look at an expansion of our enrollment, that means that we'll have an expansion of our workforce. When we're looking at adding the number of students we're looking at adding to our campus, that means we'll need more faculty in the classrooms. So the impact isn't just within the confines of the institution's footprint, but it'll have significant spillover effect. So for instance, in the Innovation Center, it has always been a goal and objective that in the Innovation Center, we can use it as a gathering place to provide outreach into our community on the latest and greatest tools that are available technologically, and making sure they have the accurate and adequate amount of training to use those tools, whether it's to start a business from their home, whether it's to supplement the educational opportunities that their children are having. But that's why this academic center was an imperative to co-locate with a new technological concept, so that we could say that we're not here just for the enrichment of the academic experience of our students, but we want to share this within the community that we are a part of. That has always been a part of our conversations from the very, very beginning when we start looking into this concept a couple of years ago.
I wonder if the fact that timing sort of may have impacted the rollout of this announcement in a way that has caused some of that news that's on the flip side of it, right? This is, when you talk about progressing, moving to the future, that's always a very positive conversation for most. But the fact that there was some conversations about data centers in general, right? What's happening at the zoo in that area of town. You all have a piece of that in your story, but not the whole story.
Not the whole
and
story,
I wonder
yeah.
if that's what's sort of driving sort of these questions about what's going on
Absolutely.
Fisk's campus.
Absolutely. And we are very well aware of that. Trustee Johnson has already alluded to the amount of education and understanding it takes. This process of understanding began a couple of years ago. At the same time, Fisk University, in doing our due diligence, we were aware of the headlines. And we will go on the record saying from day one, our objective has been whatever we proceed with, if we identify that we cannot live up to the expectation of doing no harm, we'll walk away from this project. So we have been researching this for 2 years, only to learn, as Trustee Johnson has alluded to, there are thousands of data centers that are already operating around us in our communities everywhere. They're not the ones that we're reading about. And it makes sense that we're reading about the ones that we are reading about.
Yeah.
At Fisk University, our intention has never been to be one of those. It was to be an exemplar of how we can exist within our community without there being no environmental harm, no noise pollution, no energy impact to the residents around us, no impact to the water. All of those things.
No impact to your own students and
Well,
staff.
I've said
and
that
people.
over and over
Yeah.
again.
Right.
After all, we're there every day.
That's right.
Those students are going to be co-located in the building, and I just recently spoke to some parents about this. We have no desire, which is why it's taken us over 2 years of researching, peeling back the layer, researching and peeling back the layer, and understanding what is possible for us at Fisk. And that is what we are excited about, is what is possible for us is indeed sort of bold, it is visionary, but when you talk to the students that we are educating and the faculty that we're working with, let's not forget the students that are coming to Fisk, just like any other university in this country, they were born in the digital age.
Yes.
They were born into this. And so for us to ignore it or pretend that this is not a part of what is integrated into all of our lives right now was just not something we were going to turn our back on, but we wanted to make sure we stayed focused on how do we do it right.
Trustee Johnson, when it comes to alumni, I know you want to make sure that there's a great and clear understanding from their perspective. You're still counting on
Right.
those continuous givers, those donors,
Right.
to continue
Right.
to make those donations. So how do you have that conversation that brings a clear understanding about what's going on, so alumni still feel that Fisk is moving in the right direction and still feel the need to want to give back?
Okay, so first of all, the questions that have been raised, those are real things. The
Yeah.
concern about the community. So first of all, is not diminishing any of the questions we need to ask. That's what a liberal arts education is set up, is for us to have discussions to the different points of view. So all those things are positive. But then as you drill down a little bit further, you discover that despite the fact we've got the Jubilee Singers, the music department, and all of the science across the street from Meharry, the degree, there are more people who earn a degree in computer science than any other degree at Fisk. So we're already in the technology areas. And this provides an opportunity through the Innovation Center. If you're in science, you need a science lab. If you're in computers, you need a computer lab so you can understand how do the programs, the analytics, et cetera. And that's the focus and the benefit to the students by having not. Data center is just something that processes, but it's the Innovation Center, which is the academic piece, because we're an academic institution, and those are the kind of conversations that I try to have with alumni.
This is a plan that unfolds over the next 10 years. We're not done yet. So talk just a little bit. We're just getting started. But talk just a little bit about what people will see next, those next steps as you continue to sort of build on the future of Fisk.
Yes, well, some of the immediate next steps, there are a couple of projects that we're in talks about right now. The first is our residence halls. We have 3 residence halls that we have got to get modernized.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're so old we couldn't find the mechanical drawings to them. So we've had to had digital scans done, and those were just recently completed. So now we're getting ready to get back into that conversation about getting 3 of our residence halls modernized. That's an imperative. We're also looking at a project where we're going to do an expansion to the John Lewis Center for Social Justice. So we're busy looking at that project. I'm in an administration building called Cravath Hall, an old building and historical, but there's some much needed infrastructure upgrades needed there. So a lot of the infrastructure and modernization projects of several existing buildings we are already in the process of. This plan, as you said, has a 10-year timeline on it, because Fisk is not only looking at maximizing and optimizing our footprint, we've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
So that's why this plan is so comprehensive and so exhaustive, so that we can all be focused on these are the priorities for the institution.
We're running out of time on this show, so we're going to make sure that we continue to touch base on how this is going along the way.
I would love that.
Dr. Eugenia Clark, we appreciate you being here. President of Fisk University, Gregory Johnson, Trustee and Alumni Association Chair. Thank you so much for being here, and we thank you for watching as well. We'll see you again next time.